Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live broadcasts. For those of you that were on the boot camp session last night, we demonstrated, thanks to the sharp eyes of Carla Fettigan, a way to get around LinkedIn's searching feature. So when you run out of searches, you've used up your allotted searches, you can get around it. And it's terrific. It is absolutely terrific. All right. So it was amazing. And so as things are changing, we're making it easier for everybody to talk to more people, close more sales. All right. Now, tonight at 9 o'clock, we're going to introduce some new texting tactics and enrollment strategies. So what I want to do first is jump over here on LinkedIn and let me unmute Matt.
Good morning.
Good morning, Matt, and welcome to today's session. You know, last night we covered Sales Navigator, and you've got.
Yeah, I switched over finally.
You did. Super. And somebody, by the way, mentioned that if you're a military veteran, LinkedIn has a free complimentary service. It's not Sales Navigator, but it is free, which is terrific.
Yeah.
So okay, so here we are. It's Wednesday, and we have and you know, Matt is doing something that's unique, and that is he's leveraging his professional experience. All right. I mean, when he could reach out to anybody and start a conversation and talk about credibility, it's impeccable. I mean, probably if he was a pastor or a minister or a priest, he'd have equal credibility with people. So what are we doing? We got any conversations you want me to take a look at? Or I mean, I think you pretty much got it down this part, right?
I just have a bunch waiting for appointments.
Okay,
They've all said they're interested, so now I'm trying to get them all, everybody comes on and off at different times.
gotcha. So
So,
one of the things that you can do while you're waiting for appointments, it's important to stay in touch with them without, sending them a message. So when are you ready to do this? Is today good? You want to stay in touch. And the easiest way to do that is by posting things and sharing things with them that people that are looking for change would appreciate. Posting images that they would appreciate getting. So posting things about the future, posting things about, if we go over here to the Brain Equal and we look, you have all kinds of topics that you could be referring to. And of course, the other part of this is that they've also got all kinds of quotes from authors and from speakers and professional people. You could literally come up here and do a search. Vince Lombardi has, phenomenal quotes. And he's got a lot more. And of course, the other thing that you could do is you can find some on the net. Now, the one thing that's really important is when we're posting images, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. See, you could take that and we could just copy the image.
right.
And then you can come back and literally you could send it to anybody. You just send them a message, paste it in there, and you're good to go. That's easy.
Yeah.
If we want to share it with everybody, we have to download it to our computer. But sending people moving images, GIFs, helps you stand out from the crowd. And so if we go to LinkedIn and see that this is what's happening. This is the reason why you don't want to use their GIFs, because 50% of the time they're off and you want people to be able to see them. So let's go up here and let's do a search for quotes about persistence. Now, if we add the word GIF to the end of it,
Are GIFs going to be all moving, or you got to say moving GIF?
I know when you put GIF, these are all moving, but when they come up, you don't see them moving. What you have to do is you got to click on one and it comes over here. Now, this is not, it's not moving a lot. It's kind of flashing.
Oh, yeah.
And so while this is a great quote, and it would resonate with everybody. So if you go over here and you save the image on your computer, And just make sure that you know, do you want to replace it? Yes. You want one like this one is more visible. So we save this.
Mhm.
And while you're here, and remember, we have to click on the actual image. Right click, save the image on, and you know, while you're doing it, you might as well save a couple. Nevertheless, she persisted. So,
Yeah, and you're just Googling these. You're not even going to a website.
no, right, well, exactly. What you're doing is,
Right.
and this is, and they're always coming up with new ones.
Right.
So we save this. All right, now we can come back over to your LinkedIn account. And we can go to your home page. And so we can post this for everybody by going to click on photo. Go to your downloads and pass it and post it. And we want everybody to see it. Now, not everybody that you're connected to is going to see this. So if we wanted to share it with somebody, you can go over here and type in the name of one of your prospects.
Mhm.
And when you send them on an individual basis. Don't put 8 or 9 of them all together, because they can see that you send it to a group, and it's, you're showing them that they're not special.
Right.
But here's the thing. Let me come over here. And look at your posts. So we just did this. We scroll down a little bit. And let's come down a little ways, because you made a post the other day. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And as you're posting things, some people are liking on it, and you have to look at who's reacting and who's responding. So let me just kind of scroll down here, because this was a post that you made about a holiday. And so now what you're going to notice, so you posted this.
I like that one.
Okay, now you like this.
Yeah.
Okay, and you shared it. But now look, you have 221 comments. 30 reposts. And if you went over here, you could see all the people that also liked it or loved it. And a lot of these people you're not connected to. And you could actually check these out, start conversation with them. But let's go down and take a look at what you posted. And posting, what this does is it gives you substance, it gives you credibility. So we got to come down here a ways. And folks, if you're not posting every day, you're missing the boat. But you also have to pay attention to who's responding. And so anybody that's in law enforcement, has to appreciate you.
That was a Groundhog Day.
Uh-huh. And we have to go down a ways. Because there's a really, there's a great lesson here. So here we go.
Yeah. National Croissant Day.
Right. So what you did was you posted, tomorrow is National Croissant Day, in case you're looking for a reason to go off your diet.
Yeah.
And so when you're posting about a holiday, anytime you can add, tomorrow is National Croissant Day. Okay. But if you can give people a reason, look what happened. You had 7 people that liked it, and 4 people made comments. And so you come down and you look at the 4 people. In my world, every day is National Croissant
Yeah,
Day.
he's stationed in Paris.
What this does is this gives you an opportunity. When was the last time you talked to Matthew?
Yeah, not too often.
Okay, right. So what happens is these actions and activities bring these people forward and give you an opportunity. Now, these are all first level connections. And here's somebody that liked it, and you're not connected to them. So there are all kinds of different things that you could do, that you could post, that would bring you to the attention of your prospects. Now, here you have 1,078 impressions. These
What are impressions?
Okay, an impression means there were 1,078 people that looked at it, but they don't tell you who they are.
They just didn't like it.
No, they looked at it, they saw it, but they didn't like it, they didn't make a comment, they looked at it. That's all you have. If we click on view impressions, they're going to give you a chart. So you had engagement, 7 reactions. I mean, this is what it is. Now, it'll tell you the demographics by job title of the people that looked at it, but it doesn't give you what you really need, which is, who are these people? Right? So what you can do is you can go back to, one of these people that is a prospect, and you're waiting to set up a time. You could share this one.
Yep.
Or now you could share it, or what you could do is you could come over here. So this one was shared. We can come over here to the GIFs image, and you can send them directly I'm not so sure that one is. Now, since I'm sending these to you, you can just right click, copy it, save it on your computer.
Right.
So you don't have to go over and. I did this one already. Let me send you the other one. So the lesson here is you send this to people, the people that you really are in communication with. Now, one thing I got to tell you is, now that you're starting to get some action and you got this, a lot of people in boot camp are going to reach out to you. A lot of people that you don't necessarily know,
Right.
are going to reach out to you, and so there are going to be people that want to connect with you. The benefit of connecting with other students is, you can share experiences, but I don't want you, or for that matter, all of you, to miss the important part of your being online. You've got to be talking to people that are clearly going to get in your business, or that are prospects. And that's the most important thing. Now, you're also going to hear from people that, and this is the good thing, you're also going to hear from people that are in boot camp, that are watching these webinars, that are in a company and they're looking for another company. They're orphans. They don't have anybody, and so those are the people that you might want to spend a little time with. And of course, the other group are going to be people that are trying to sell you something, and which could turn things around for you and you could turn them into a candidate for your business. The most important thing, and we talk about this in the retreats, the most important thing is that every day you have to be engaged in what we call income producing activities. You have to be talking to people that are clearly prospects for your business, because the only income producing activity you do on a daily basis is you're signing somebody up as a customer, as a distributor, or you're helping one of your team members sign someone up. So the other thing that you have to keep in the back of your mind is, while we're looking to build, get more people into the business, you got to take those 5 people that you signed up, and when you do it en masse like that, what you might want to consider doing is set up a session where I'm going to, pick a time that's good for everybody and train them all at the same time. That does 2 things. Number one, it lets, and treat them special. Listen, you guys are part of a group, and our goal, and of course we want to understand, they have to understand the business and what their goal is, and what you want, and you want 5, you're going to help those people go to senior director in your company by April. So we got February, we got March, April. Okay, got to figure 90 days. So March, April, and May. By the Memorial Day weekend, you're going to show these folks, if they do the work and they're consistent, then they're going to be your leaders that are going to push that are going to push you up, and that adds another action to your activity, because you need to be talking to these people every day. Even if it's just a text thing, or maybe you set aside some time where every day you need to touch base with these people to see where they are, to take their temperature. You're building an organization, you're building a team. And the cream's going to rise to the top. Those are the people that you're going to work with. You can't drag people across the finish line. Now, life is going to happen. People are going to get into different things. But if you stay in touch with these people and motivate them by letting them know what's going on. Again, as a leader, now you've trained people before, in the DEA, and so you know what's involved, and they're looking at you. You're their mentor, and you're heading down a road, that's going to take you right to the top of the company, or it's going to take you as high as you want to go. And very possibly we could end up with people that maybe they want more, which is okay too. So it's all about conversation, and it's all about relationships. And so what I want to do is, let me hop out of your account for a minute. And I want to share with everybody what I demonstrated last night with, what I saw working with Carla. So I'm going to jump into her account. Now, I can't promise you that what I'm about to share with you is going to work forever. Okay. But as long as it's working, you take advantage of the free upgrades. But now, when your time runs out, let's say you don't want to pay. So let's go over here and let's do a search for people in sales. And actually, see, we just did sales. You have, now this is again another new feature. So Carla has 2,788 people that she's connected to in sales. And when she comes down here, hey, you might benefit from unlimited searches. You reach the monthly limit. Upgrade the premium. So what she does now, one thing that you can do is you can filter it down by location. I just want the United States. So she's got 26,200,000. Now you scroll down to the bottom here. Remember, they put $10 on a page. So she's got 700 130,000 people. All right, now Carla discovered a way, and I thought it was brilliant, where she could continue to search without having to pay for it. We demonstrated it last night in boot camp. We'll bring it up again in tomorrow night in our next boot camp. Am I going to demonstrate it here? Absolutely not. Which is another reason, if you haven't registered for boot camp, you would jump in. Now, under normal circumstances, I shut registration for boot camp down and we get ready to start promoting the March boot camp. But because of what's happening with these new features and these new tactics, I'm going to keep registration for this boot camp open probably until maybe Saturday or Sunday. So there's still opportunities for people to get in. At the end of the day, and last night in boot camp, we went and we literally showed everybody how to do it. And it was fabulous. You know, I learn when I'm working with my coaching students. I learn as much as they're learning from me, because I see things while I'm in their account. Let's come over here and let's do a search. So we have someone I'm not familiar with. Looks like they're new. So Ruth, I'm trying to find you on LinkedIn and I don't see you. Do you have a LinkedIn page? Are you on it? I want you to notice how many people have profiles and they have no picture visible. No picture. Let me. But I mean, we'll do it at 4 o'clock. Now, I just got this message. Deputy Chief Executive. She would love to meet me. So let's see who this is. Deputy Chief Executive. Now, we talked about this last night in boot camp. How, remember, everybody's got an online agenda. So she's been working on a plastic surgeon for, she says, 8 years. Now, this kind of activity we see on Facebook. Men get connection requests from young girls, and we're starting to see the proliferation of these coming in people in China. Let's look at all our activity. Oh, she's watching my course. So she likes these things. She's putting things out there. Okay, but the bottom line is let's have a little fun. Now she just saw it. It's all about conversation. More importantly, it's all about you determining quickly, is this somebody that you want to talk to or not? And when you get into this, you could be having 5 of these conversations, 8 of these conversations. You could be talking to 8 or 9 people at the same time. So you have to pick out and select the people that you want to talk to and distinguish them from the people that you don't. Debbie, we could look at this at 4 o'clock. And Jess James, you're on the schedule at 3:30. Now, all of you, now here she goes. All of you are heading down the same road. Accurate customer groups. Now, we want to find out what she does. We want to find out if she's real. The easy way you do that is to ask questions. So according to her profile, she works for a plastic surgeon. She's working there for 8 years. People that work in the medical profession are always open to looking at network marketing as a source of extra income, because at one point in time or another, they burn out. Now you can literally have, like I said, 5, 6, 8 conversations going on at the same time. But it gets a little tricky because when somebody sends you a message, it locks up your message. I have an architectural design firm, and I'm looking for new client groups. Architectural design firm. That's not what our profile says. Okay. Now, right here is where you should stop. This is the question that you want to ask everybody. You need to know, what did they do? Period. And as soon as you get the answer, or you don't get an answer that's to your satisfaction, stop. Stop. You don't have time to waste with people like this. Not when there are so many people out there that would clearly be interested in what you do, clearly be interested. And so, I mean, you got to love this. Now, I can put my mouse there and I just keep hitting the enter key, so she thinks I'm typing to her. This is a good way now. You got to be really careful when you're talking to a stranger that you don't know, that's going to send you a link to check on something, because this is how you get phished. This is how you get scammed. Now, let me go back over here. So don't forget, tonight at 9 o'clock, oops. And if you haven't registered, yet for boot camp, or for those of you that are students, jump into our 90-day boot camp challenge. We're still keeping registration for boot camp open. Now, last night we did connect. Tomorrow night we're going to do communicate and then close. You also have access to our January boot camp if you want to get ahead. And we have an extra session, how to develop the mindset of $1 million earner. Last but not least, you could jump into boot camp and our top earner retreat that's going to take place at the end of the month by going to maxsteingart.com/retreat combo. Or you can just go to maxsteingardt.com/retreat and register for this 3-day event where we're going to show you over 3 days what the top earners in network marketing know but never talk about. All right, so I will be back 4 o'clock, but don't miss what we're going to be doing tonight. Until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless.